first of all, I want to get to something that I also Ambassador Freeman referenced earlier, and that is President Biden has on numerous occasions actually said we would defend Taiwan. I want to, first of all, play this from actually in 2022 where some of this was being addressed so you can see exactly what we're talking about.
Last night on CBS's 60 Minutes, Biden took his pledge to defend the island one step further. Take a listen.
To be clear, sir, U.S. forces, U.S. men and women would defend Taiwan in the event of a Chinese invasion.
Yes.
When asked over and over whether the United States military would defend Taiwan in the event of an invasion by China, President Biden has said now several times categorically, yes, they would. Now, the last time he was asked about this, when he was on that overseas trip, he was asked specifically, would the U.S. military do more than they have done in Ukraine? And he said yes. Why that's so important, Morgan, is that proves that when talking about the act of defending Taiwan, President Biden is not just talking about providing them with equipment or weapons or intelligence sharing or any kind of support, that he's talking about going a step further than that. The implication that most people take from that is that would involve actual U.S. military involvement, U.S. military action.
Now, we have the one China policy, and you saw Jake Sullivan talking about it a second ago, but then you see the president has said this kind of thing. And as far as I've seen, I've never seen the president himself refute these kinds of things. So how does this play into the potential for clashes in the South China Sea or with the United States and China, whether it's Taiwan or something else? What is the prospect that we could actually get involved with this conflict?
Well, it's very provocative. It's way out in front of the Taiwan Relations Act. It's unconstitutional. The president does not have the authority to make defense commitments of that nature under the Constitution. That is a power reserved to Congress. The fact that Congress chooses to default on its responsibilities under the Constitution is another very disturbing matter, but does not give the president the authority to commit the United States in that manner. And because it is provocative, it is the primary driver of the Chinese military buildup against Taiwan. And the problem now is that there is no apparent path to a peaceful resolution of this issue. There was, but now there is not. And the Taiwanese side has abandoned its adherence to the one China principle and policy. And we have a president in Taipei now who asserts that Taiwan's already independent. And here I want to refer again to something that you mentioned, Danny, and that is that the world recognizes the island of Taiwan as the seat of the Republic of China. That entity now has 12 countries that recognize it and maintain normal, full diplomatic relations with it. All of them recognize it as China, the government of China. As Lyle said, none of them recognize it as Taiwan, or the Republic of, there's no Republic of Taiwan. There was once in about 1895, but that was a long time ago.